Good morning, guys, and I just want to talk about something that seems to be so crucial and is something that is trending into social media. There is this post that was done by one Davis Chichil. Davis Chichil is one of the guys that works closely with the president-elect William Samoei Ruto. This guy wrote actually that Citizen TV and most of the private radio and TV stations in Kenya have been gagged from taking a live coverage of the inauguration of His Excellency William Samoei Ruto on Tuesday, that is the 13th. So what I'm reading from that script is that there is an attempt by the president and his cronies and the advisors that he has that is so misleading because he's trying to suppress the voice of reason. Suppressing the voice of reason is trying to make the media never to speak their minds out. If a media house does not cover you positively, or rather, they have a different idea from what you believe in, they have, under the Constitution, the freedom of expression and freedom of speech, which everybody is entitled to. The president is going to swear to protect the Constitution, and part of the clauses in the Constitution is freedom of media, freedom of expression, freedom of speech, freedom of association, and all other freedoms that are constituted in several articles in the Constitution of Kenya. So trying to suppress the media because they don't give you a positive coverage, that you are suppressing them, that you not want even to allow them to be part of those that are going to cover. Even the foreign media, the PBC, CNN have been invited to come and do the coverage, but we, our own Citizen TV, KTN, and most of the private TV stations in Kenya have been gagged from going to cover the event. What does that tell us about the president? He is somebody that is ready to revenge, to do everything in his power to ensure that his detractors or his opposers are going to kneel to him. And that's not a very good sign of a good leader. In his acceptance speech, if you guys did listen to him, he actually said that now democracy is at its best. That is going to give people their voices, that everybody is going to speak and nobody is going to gag their voices. The opposition can freely criticize the government. They can correct and oversight because that is the role of the opposition. But what we are actually saying is something that is totally different. This guy is reading from a different script because if we talk about democracy and we cannot allow radio stations and TV to come and cover an event as important as the inauguration of a new president, it is a characteristic of a dictator. And this is how all dictators start working. And I must tell you that in Kenya, we are in trouble if we are not going to get the kind of freedoms that we deserve and the constitutionally given freedoms. We do not just have these freedoms on our own, but the Constitution has given us the chance to have these freedoms. So if somebody is telling you that you have a few freedoms, then that person must be reading from a different script. That means Ruto has ignored the Constitution that he's going to swear to protect. It's very unfortunate that you can swear to protect a constitution that you are not part of, that you don't even like. That means they are going to make amendments to this constitution to suppress those freedoms that people do experience. And that is going to be a setback on democracy. A setback on what? The gains that His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta protected. The people's president Raila Odinga has always protected these freedoms. And these are the freedoms that have taken Kenya from the realms of oppression in the 1992 and below, when Section 2A was repealed to allow multi-party democracy to take root in Kenya. So it will be very sad for Jaramogi Oginga Odinga and those other freedom fighters, those guys that fought for the second liberation of this republic, to wake up and just realize that we have the suppression of the freedoms that they were trying to fight for. The gains that these guys fought for cannot be substantiated. It's very unfortunate that we have such kind of a president that doesn't mind, take constitution.